It's easy. Speak easy, baby.
What up, though, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Easy. We are live in the Speakeasy podcast from the Speakeasy Studios, aka my motherfucking basement. We are joined by none other
My
than
motherfucking
Detroit Red Wings
garage.
legend. My motherfucking garage. Is that the shack that you're always talking about?
No, the shack got sent up north, so this is the one we're revamping. But if I can hear, hold on, I'll show you. So the corner over there is where that's sort of like collectible corner, the stuff that I like. That I'm gonna, I'm in the midst of doing it. So I got a bunch of stuff that I want to hang and stuff. But until then, it's just because, dude. You know how it is. I mean, you work more than I do. I mean, you got a lot of things going on, and you and I figured this is something that if everybody doesn't know is that with both of us in our connection at Woodward Sports, but recently my man Easy here, because what I love about the team, and so Easy's picked up a new craft. Producer or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Whatever title you want, you can have. Titles don't mean anything. Hold on. Like, that's how high I get, bro. It's like I can't figure it out. Like, that's why I need you running the cameras. Where are you, there you go. That's as good as you're gonna get till I slouch up. But no, we're all together, and this is all part of it. So, like I said, we're gonna, what we do after hours, and it's as important to me is because you'll hear two words out of my mouth, or two sayings out of my mouth. Get educated, get medicated, and the other one is don't tell me what, tell me who, and that covers everything. And like as far as this goes, so anybody knows is that why am I here talking with Easy on the Speakeasy podcast? Because Easy's one of my who's. Bang. That's it. And we got things, and then we expand and we say why. And then we get into, oh, wow, what our similarities are. And, and you notice the differences, because that's the whole thing everybody's scared of, it seems, in life, in this world these days. We were talking about it today with the ref that got fired for, out in a dirty seat. You know what I mean? It's like things you can't say. But I mean, it's because of where we're at. And so if, like, my thing is always what I learned in my journey is what game is being played, and get a piece into the game. Learn the game, play that to the best of your ability. Some games really stink that you don't really like say Chinese checkers or something. Just not bad on Chinese checkers. It's just that it's marbles and I lose the marbles. So it's just bad thing like that. But something that you don't want to play, but you learn to play until your perseverance shows, then you'll eventually get to choose the game. Right? But you got to watch. You can't ignore, because I did it this way, or I grew up this way, and I grew up different than you did. Okay, that's cool. Let's recognize that and see the why and see how we can meet in the middle, or I can learn because people my age and older, Maz of the world, or younger, Pilars of the world, and then you guys, right? You look at the different, and you get separated by years. It used to be easier when you were in high school and stuff because, seniors, juniors and stuff, but it's, it's something about the journey. So, I mean, it's like important. It's cool that, to be honest with you in the show, I think it goes to show you is that also with me is I need to know the why. So the why is it easy? Why is easy by who? Because you know what? Just like why we're on the Speakeasy. Where did I started in my basement? Now I'm here, and you're only on the first floor. But you're only on the first floor, dude. You just came out of the basement and you're just hanging out in the kitchen and stuff like that. Because Mondays they have a barbecue show, and today you got lamb and ham. You know what I'm saying?
Did you try that lamb today?
Dude, you don't. No, I didn't. But I know how good it is because Mike Lavazli. Sorry, Mike.
All those Russians you worked with, and you can't pronounce that one.
Come on, man. That's like no. It's because it's 8:30. I've already seen the Omega match. I've already seen the Page match. Saw Britt Baker cut a sweet promo. So I mean, and like I gave you earlier, I'm super stoked because my first Darren McCarty brand, from seed through high seed society, my boy Tyler, who, if you ever see anybody with me that looks like Dale Earnhardt Jr., that's Tyler. Grew at the farm, Pinkana, where my Darren McCarty brand is up there, where you can. That's the brand. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's out.
Is there more than one, or it's just the one? Because you have 2 strains, right, or just the one?
No, there's actually five pre-rolls, right? 5. So I'll explain here. Let me grab the package because I'll explain
Okay.
how it
And by the
works.
way, guys, before this is like this is how this all came down too. This was like planned like 2 hours ago. We're getting ready to leave work. We just wrapped up the hook. If you guys haven't already, make sure you check it out daily from 3 to 5 on Woodward Sports. But I'm leaving the booth. Like Darren would say, I'm the new teammate. I'm new to the squad.
Yeah.
But he hands me a jar of weed. This is my life right now too. Like I never thought a year ago I'd be being handed a jar of weed from a 4-time Stanley Cup champion, Darren McCarty. But it's his weed. It's called Black Eye, and we're gonna try it tonight.
Yeah.
Give me like a
So
little bit of a view on that too.
Here's the brand, and I have a list of where it's gonna be, and it's gonna be everywhere. Also, what's important is the CBD, and I have a CBD roll-on that I created. It's the hippie blend, and ladies, I'm working on the other one. For females, I have hockey puck edibles coming out, but I have pre-rolls out there that are important that are under my name. So you can get a pre-roll, or you can get like an eighth, and the eighth will be Gorilla Nut, which is another one. But the difference is it wasn't somebody else's genetics other than this one, specifically Black Eye, which is a purple punch, face off OG, and fruity pebble cross. So it's more of an indica, definitely, because it's not a crush you indica. It's
Okay.
and it's it's a mellow you, right? You know how. So if you're somebody like me who's got ADHD and all that, we're looking to come, like, if you're somebody that if you were ever on Adderall or took that and it actually brings you down instead of brings you up, that's then this is like a great. The pheno I gave you. So yesterday, I was up at the farm in Pinkana, exit 181, which is the largest seed to sale in the state. Is where my license and they grow, and the why to that is because the Radical Genetics boys are the growers. So we were up there, and I love going up to the farm, not only being around the plants and stuff, but being around my teammates up there, and just to have the few hours of talking and going through different flowers and explaining, because how it works for everybody is when you finally get this cross, so you have these seeds. So my boy Tyler at the Secret Seed Society, who now I believe he's a full-time grower at Green Peak, so he's just big time. He's probably the most knowledgeable person that I've been around the last 5 or 6 years, since November 11th, 2015. That's my sobriety date. But he feeds me with the information. He's the guy that gets dressed up in the lab stuff and goes to Colorado and learns about why everything works in your body. And it makes sense because it explains, again, I need to know the why. So it explains the why. So the thing is, when you go up there,
because you use weed to help you get sober. How far into like your journey to sobriety did you turn to weed, and like what was the thought process? And like, were you like, dude, that's crazy? Like, were you thinking like that? I'm not gonna do that. Like who introduced it to you?
So do you see this right here? This is called RS. This is called RSO. It looks like tar, right?
Okay.
So this is called Rick Simpson oil, right? So this is actually, if you took a cannabis plant that you see and you compressed it down and smushed it down and used alcohol to cipher out all the cannabis properties. And so this is what a Canadian named Rick Simpson, that's why I call it Rick Simpson oil, created for his daughter who had seizures, and in Canada it helped. And so for fast forward, this was probably, don't quote me, but late 2000s. And so for me, fast forward to November 10th, 2011, I was 75 pounds heavier. I was a raging alcoholic. I mean, I was from 2009 after I retired till I said the sobriety date 11/11/2015. I was leaving Las Vegas, but not trying to kill myself like me. But if it happened, it happened. I just didn't care. And that was part of my journey. So it was through this. So my cannabis friends and my caregivers got me to the point, and I was ready mentally and spiritually. So for 7 and 8 days straight, they would take 10 or 11 of these, every day. And I was just in and out, and it got the physical addiction of alcohol away. So then when I woke up, it was just sort of something that I was grateful and on my knees in tears. And then I got mad because if this is for me, and I know how deep and dark I got, to know that there's a way out, I got to get more information. I got to get educated. And I just turned it. Everybody can Google Darren McCarty and see how he protected his Red Wings. Now I protect the plant that way. And the only way to do things, and it's like I tell you, when we talk about different things, is what do you put in to get out? So I'll tell you once, and then I'll show you twice. And I can't do it myself. It's who I surround myself with, and who is the who's that do it. So it's all part of everything's the ebb and flow for everything else. It's the same reason, why we're talking, and this helps your audience and you and I just chopping it up for whatever reason to get to know each other better on a different time, because we spend time and we're working on a team, working on a project that we all have great aspirations for, and see the different the way that it's in the humor in it and stuff. And it's about what you get the feel behind how the computer and how the pulling up clips and stuff like this go. You'll be great at once your feels in there. Then it's sort of like music. It's sort of like being in a band or remembering a song or in comedy, going through your routine. It's because you've done it so many times. It's like driving. Sometimes how many times do you go driving and don't remember?
Yeah.
Wait,
no,
what?
1,000%.
Because it's the same sort of thing. So once you get there, and it's okay, because you don't have to get there tomorrow. It's just, are you making progress? Are you learning something new? Are you know what I'm saying? It's like, and that's the same, because that's the same. So if I'm telling you this, I got to automatically, it's like the guy in my mouth now, since my wife taught me what truth and honesty and to a fault is. That's why I say enjoy my truth all the time. There's this little guy staring me in the face every time I'm talking to somebody else, going, you listen to yourself. Now you gotta make sure you're fine and make sure you're fine. Sometimes I hit, sometimes I miss, but more times nowadays I hit. And if I don't, then my who tells me, that's why you has a nice relationship. It's different, but it's deeper. You know what I'm saying? How, and you realize the flow.
We have another sober member in the building too. I just want to congratulate him as well. We got my guy Joey 2 times. Yeah, he says he's alcohol free for 5+ years. Don't miss a bit.
Boy, bro. Congratulations. I don't know if you use the plan or not. What I say is that it's just what I say is I live by the principles of AA. But my program has a garden, and it's just sort of like this was the missing thing, and it's about your education to know. And to me, it's about, instead of about the high, it's like I say to everybody, listen, my third thing is I'm offended. I'm never high. I'm always fully medicated, right? You want me fully medicated. That's when I'm at my best. Fully medicated doesn't mean high off my ass. That means high off my ass.
This strain that I'm about to smoke though, what?
Yeah.
So it's indica. Are you gonna smoke it with me? Get some rolled up?
Yeah, dude. I got the bud right here. I got the bud right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna fire it up. Just to show your audience. So these are the remnants. So as you can see here, I'll give you an example. So this one here, this is pheno number 12. If you can see that, right? So pheno number 12.
Your internet's breaking up a little bit.
Oh, is it? Hold on a sec.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. FTR was going nuts. Is that better? So you can see, I don't know if you can see or not.
Yeah, now we can.
All right. Hold on. Let me see it. So if you can see the difference in the green. So it's the same from the same family, but plants are just like human beings where, you know, it's the same, there's a little bit different, right? So there's, even though they have the same parents, right? Even though they have the same parents, the plant, your brothers and sisters and you aren't the same, right? So the one that you have easy is I know it should be a smooth, should get a smooth, but it's a deeper, because it's called black eye, right?
Yeah.
And here's the one thing is, so pheno number 13, if you hear the black eye pheno number 13, that's the one that's going to be out in the packages, and that's the one that punches you in the face, because I don't mess around. I'm that, like I have, and I do have pleasure for different things, but if it's called black eye and I want to show the world how serious I am, you're going to say I'm coming out swinging. So I mean, and the percentage on it is only probably 20, 21. But the fact is that doesn't need to be secret. When you learn about it, it's how the cannabinoids interact.
All right, I'm lighting it up.
Yep.
You know what we should do? You know, Stick and Joey do like the Coney dog reviews.
Yeah, absolutely.
We gotta do like some weed reviews.
Maybe you can help me promote this. I need to help out for grind time too, producing and learning, because it only helps the flow to everything else. But run it by them, because I want to start a smoke show like sophisticated stoners or something like this, and go through different products and stuff. Yeah, I gave you a little coffee to good. That's what it's supposed to do. I'm not gonna knock you out, but you're gonna, yeah, exactly. You're gonna feel there's a body shot. No, that was a body shot. You just got hit by Joey Kosher right there. That's not his. I haven't made his strain yet. This is a DMac. Okay. Oh, he ain't fucking around. Okay. Like, I'm that guy that, like, I'm not, like, I'll get you over time, but that's not my thing. It's just that it's more of a deterrent, because you know what you're gonna get, right? You know what I mean? It's like I always say, is that don't ask me if you don't want my truth.
Joey 2 times said I went to meetings for a few months, and I met a few people that helped. It was tough, but at first, but after the first part, it was a breeze for me. Oh, he's talking about being sober. I wish it were as easy for everyone else. Lots of folks struggle.
Sobriety, man, is like, it took me so long, on off, and God bless you, Joey, whatever your journey is. Like I tell everybody else, when I say rock bottom, there's no such thing. It's just the black hole. Keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper. It's when you decide to stop. When is it that enough's enough? And some people get it and some people don't. And when you find that your purpose, and so it was like, there's different things too, right? Where I feel that, because I'm lucky I'm an alcoholic. Why? Because I'm not a diabetic or opiate.
Yeah.
Because, because if I was a diabetic, that'd really ruin my edible buzz, because I love chocolate. But it was also, like if you're an opioid, so heroin or pills, if you understand that the difference is I've ruined my liver or whatever, but it repairs itself. My body will heal itself inside. But with your opioids, your receptors, you've severed them. So you'll always get the urges. And that's why the CBD, the CBN, different things like that, different strains for different people, like the Delta 8s and the Delta 9s, they help out for some PTSD. But if you know that, so instead of it being like this for people with migraines, then it's a slight and everybody. So if you understand the why, you're gonna do that. And why? Because your wires can't reconnect. Whereas me, that my liver was going to blow up from the inside, literally. You know, you're supposed to be dead when you got a 260 over 170 blood pressure, but it's because of cannabis that you're alive. But it's, but my body repaired itself. Now my blood works healthier than ever.
I really want to try that the CBD one, because I've smoked weed, but I've never smoked it to benefit me other than like getting high. You know what I'm saying? So I still have never experienced like the CBD effect of weed. Maybe I have, and it was just like I guess unknowingly.
Yeah,
But
mostly.
I never.
And this is why I would seek out the Darren McCarty brand pre-rolls. I don't think I have any lying around. But they all have our 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 5-to-1 CBD. I'll run by some of the spots where it's at, because when I get the updated list. But I think yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I don't get all free stuff and stuff like this. Sometimes you do, but most of the time I just like to know where it is, so I can get it myself. You know what I mean? Because I can, and that's the thing, is that if I create it and it's got Darren McCarty brand on it, then I've either, like the pre-rolls, it's already been grown, but I check off, yes, I like that strain, put it under my name, or like the Gorilla Nut that's coming out, and this Black Eye that you're smoking, that's mine. That's
so
mine.
far. If I were to say,
Gorilla
like,
Nut's a collaboration. Sorry, bro.
no, you're good. I always wanted to like I guess speak on the Black Eye because it's what I have right now, and I like the taste of it. That's for me. I mean, obviously when I was younger, I used to smoke, like I said, just to get high to get high. I haven't smoked in a minute, but when I do, I like to taste like the weed. You know what I'm saying? And nothing's better than when you get some weed that actually tastes like the name. I don't know. Maybe that's the Black Eye talking. Maybe it's got me going.
Oh, good. I like it because it's got a darker. You think that, like, if you got up after smoking this or whatever, and you had a little bit of a black under your eye, you know what? Like, you'd say, okay, yeah, what I smoke? Oh, DMac's black. That makes sense. There's always a way to explain. It's like a conspiracy theory or whatever, but it always works out.
Speaking of getting smoked, the Lions got smoked all season last year. And they're trying to restart it over and be successful with Jared Goff. I don't know if you know this now. I'm in the camp of draft the quarterback. I'm with Maz on the Trey Lance thing. If I'm not mistaken, you want to keep Goff, right? Or just give him the 2 years.
No. For what they did, it shows that they have a plan, and they're going to give obviously him a chance. And I think it was explained more today by Dave Burkett as far as cap room and moving around and being able who to sign and what to sign. And you notice this, but I think he deserves a shot because he has the potential that we've seen before, right? Because he's had years before and something went wrong. And if it was like he's a bit like more sensitive, or the message from Sean McVay, because sometimes the message you just go numb to it, when it gets over and over and over again, or something, right? So maybe he needs, like, this is a fresh start for him. So I mean, you got to give him an opportunity. And here's the beauty: we're gonna suck again this year. Just hopefully we suck enough. Like, we can't suck enough because these guys are doing the right thing culture-wise. So, we're going to be better than we should be, probably, right? And that's because guys play for guys, and you'll see guys will out a win, or do something, because they love the coach. But I believe it all works out in the end the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, I think we're in a good spot either way. You said something interesting to me the other day, where you were like, the entire city. You're like, you related it back to when you were playing. It's like the teams are growing right now. Like, yeah, they suck, but they're all like kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like developing. Yeah.
Look at what you're wearing. You're wearing a Grand Hill throwback. They're Pistons. It reminds me of Mustangs. It reminds me of like every time I think of a Mustang car when I see those color jerseys. But it's like, you look at what Troy Weaver's done. Yeah, he's walked in with he's walked in as a reaper, but he's got a plan. You know what I'm saying? And he's putting it into place. And definitely, like, it starts at the top. So Tom Gores is definitely backed away. Troy Weaver's got the call. Dwayne Casey's the guy. You see the way that Jeremy Grant's developed, and you look at Sekou Doumbouya, and you look at even guys like Mason Plumlee. These are guys that they could, they come to play. So there's a path, and as long as you tell this fan base here, and at least I know it because I'd see, like, I've been a part of all of this sports fan base. Let's legitimately say since 1980, right, where I was 8 years old, and then I could really comprehend. Like my all-time favorite athletes, Lance Parrish. I always wanted to be the catcher of the Tigers and had to settle for being one of the grind line guys on the wing with 4 cups. I mean, it's all right. I mean,
I had to settle
cool,
for 4 Stanley Cups. Like,
but my way, I would have had 2 and 2, and me and Mr. Ilitch would have been happy because that's what I loved about Mr. Ilitch is every time I'd see him, we'd always talk baseball. But I love baseball. So I think if you look at it and you look at the Lions, and it is, you got to look at the path. And as long as you look at the path, that's every team is building. Even AJ Hinch and even Al Avila, who's probably the least liked general manager. Well, he's brought I believe, the right guy in. I like Kieran Miguel Cabrera, that he's got respect for a guy, and it's going to take a while. And I don't expect them to win, but they don't have to win. They just got to show me progress. And then if you look at, you look in the backdrop, the Woodward Sports, and you look from whatever show you're doing, whether you're doing, this show, whether you're producing, whether you're in front of the camera, whatever it is, you look at the team element we're trying to create there, because when everything opens up, and that's where we want to be able to go, hey, oh no, we've been doing it, it's okay, we're back here, and then everybody can go see what we're doing. So, and it's all about us. I have a saying that I realize that I'm a battery and the people are my power, because everything I've been through, it's always been that, I enjoy my truth, and I get respected for that. So I try to stay true to that. Sometimes, the emotion gets the better of me. I'm a human being, but the one thing is I have pretty good self-awareness right now. And then I'll be 49. I don't know, next week, in a week or so. Yeah, next week from Thursday. So April Fool's. April 1st. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know what the beauty is, and this is where I believe synchronicity or whatever, take it for what it is. But I was born on the day of the inaugural hash bash in Ann Arbor.
What? When did you find that out? April 1st.
No, I've been, but the 72 was the first one. So I've spoken there for a bunch of years. I'm going to be doing a virtual thing with those guys. I'm hugely involved. I love, the community, because it's helped me to get healthy. It's helped me to get educated. It's helped me to be, my goal is I wish every state had, just like governors had, like weed ambassadors or a weed panel, and it was something throughout the country, throughout the world. And hopefully when the country legalizes, that'll be up for conversation. But until then, I love the fact that we're in Michigan. I love the fact that gambling's legal, and I'm a person that's coming.
That's been fun.
That's coming from a guy who had a gambling problem, and stuff. But I've been able, but but it's okay, because it wasn't really that was just like the gambling problem was a result of something else, and you realize this. It was sort of like when I quit. The great thing about being realized I was an alcoholic also was that I quit 2 problems at once, because then I didn't eat cocaine anymore, because I was just a great equalizer. So I cut 2 problems, right? The budget for Coke and beer, booze, whatever, went to weed, So I mean, it all works out, but it's just who you want to be, self-awareness. And my thing is just this: I don't care what you're doing. Just if you're not doing what I'm doing, please do it way far away from me, because I only got time for this.
Yeah.
And then it's for you kids. It's for you guys coming along that have the work ethic. The Southern New Hampshire University commercial where talent is distributed evenly, opportunity isn't, right? And it's it's a responsibility of a we always say it's a responsibility of OG to pick up on those things that you can present. I say, I'm not here to argue, but I'm here for what do you mean by that? And if you're willing to put the work in, there's always a place. You keep your intentions pure, you're willing to do the work, man, I don't see how it cannot work out. I mean, you look at the ebb and flow, and when you're starting and getting Woodward Sports off the ground and the responsibilities, and you look at what everybody's doing. But when you learn your teammates and everybody wants to be part of something, and it's about something greater than yourself. I have 4 cups because of that. I mean, it's brilliant. Oh, I'll show you a picture. Here. This
That is
the only
great.
picture that's up. So that picture, can you see it?
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
But that's
There's a little bit of a
4
glare.
of us. Yeah.
Hey, my high ass just tried to reach my hand up to cover the glare. That's how high I am right now. I'm this fucking black guy right now. I just put my hand up to cover the glare.
Tell him about it, dude. Look at how bad I am. Look at why you're on the camera. Like, I am just a regen. What the? Hold on. Can I flip this?
I don't think it does.
Maybe if I do. Wait. Hold on. I gotta climb up on this. There we go. Cool. Sorry about the glare, but that's fine, all four cup guys: Maltby, Draper, me, Holmstrom, and Holmstrom. That's the only photo I got in the garage.
That is crazy, man. Yeah, I watched the Russian 5 because of you and Sean Beligian. I'm so sad, man. I didn't really watch hockey back then. I'm like sad that I missed out on that because I've been rooting for other teams like I haven't seen win ever. And you guys were you were a dynasty. You were what I'm saying, with the Patriots are to football. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't appreciate that. But catching up now, hearing the stories directly from you.
You're telling me like I don't know. You're telling me like I don't know. You fucked up.
Yeah, I know. Then Maz asked you some shit the other day too. He was like,
"Listen, that's the Maz in you. I'm gonna start calling you Maz, brother."
Well, I'm getting into it now, though.
No, I understand. Better late than never. Sort of like my sobriety. It took me a fucking bunch of times to fucking whack the head around, but and it's also too. But what it wasn't your time then, because here's the thing, Easy, is that great to go through whatever, but look where you're at, and I'll just go by what I know. You look at Bryson. You look at Bryson, so you learn now. But you learn, I know. But you learn now, and you'll absorb it as a father to pass down the culture that I'm always preaching about every.
Yep.
God damn it! There. Yay! The lighting crew came in. But you know what I'm saying? So right, and you can Oh yeah, it does. But you can and that's the thing. The knowledge is power, and you can always ask the questions of what it is. And it sucked the accident. But the one thing is that a lot of times we're a society that what's next? The destination's an oasis. It's all about the journey, because you're a human being. You attain something, you want something more. You get that you want more. Like, all I was going to do is make to the NHL. Then I want to win a cup. Then I want to win another one. Then I want to win another one. Then I want to win another one. You know what I mean? Like,
DMac,
you never stop.
Craziest thing, that's what this getting to Woodward Sports has been for me. Like, I kind of just I was like I had some personal shit happen. I had my son, and then Kobe passed, and my brain just clicked. Like, life is like you don't know when it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So I just lived for being where I'm at right now, and that's you did the same thing to get in the NHL, and then that same drive helped you get 4 fucking championships, man.
Absolutely, but it's what the greatest gift that I have is coachability. I can take what I've been, dude. I've seen guys with bitch. What do you want? I mean, fuck. He only picks on me because he loves me. It took me 3 years to figure that out, sucking my thumb and crying in the corner. But El Capitan, to this day, is not only the greatest captain on the ice, but just the leader of men. He would be like a King Arthur, like one of those guys that the leader of men.
That's kind of like what that's for. It because that's what I appreciate football for is when it's to me when I grew to love it. It was like a war. You know what I'm saying? Like your fucking team, your captains, you guys are going to war that day, and being introduced to hockey, I'm this has been the same thing. You know what I'm saying
and then it's different now. So if you watched, there's a DVD series from on the rivalry from '96 to '02 with Colorado. I mean, to be a part of that is just awesome to look back at, because it's part of history and it's part of everything that's made it.
Yeah, the Russian 5 too is
The black
Yeah.
ice strain.
By the way, guys,
That's why you can't hit your face. You can go
I'm not gonna lie. I'm
to
fried.
dispensaries and look for this package.
I didn't even finish the whole thing.
No, you're not. You don't need to, bro. You can save it for later. You can
I
make
wish
it.
I would have
That's
known
the whole
that
thing.
fucking 2 polls earlier, though, man. I'm up there.
You gotta find the only thing. Hey, it's a blessing. All you do is helping yourself,
Yeah.
helping your body. And that's the one thing is that it's not a contest, and it's a cannabis. It's actually about the option. Do you have the option, yes or no? And that's really the bottom line. You say yes, I move on, but it's more or less finding where your honey hole is, what you want, what you're looking for. For me, CBN, which is the sedative part of the plant, is huge because that helped my insomnia, and I can go to sleep at any time. So that's important. That's important too, a big part. So I have CBN, candy coming out, stuff like that for nighttime, and for people that suffer also, or want to go to sleep, or get a good night's sleep. And the best part about the CBN is all you use 4 hours.
It's an easy miss out on Hockey Town and MJ Bowles. 90s was the shit. Yeah, yeah. What was
Barry
it like
Sanders,
to be?
Grant Hill,
Yeah,
all the other sports. Yeah,
but
we
like,
were all
when you were winning the championships and walk around like downtown Detroit, like, were you just like a fucking like rock star? Was like,
dude, anywhere we went, dude. And plus, I was the one that was always out and about. Like, if you didn't know me, if you hadn't met me or seen me or whatever, like from any of the concert spots to the bars to the clubs to the I was out and about, at different parts, like different eras. You move different places, but we were always around. I mean, the Post Bar, we started going there when we started like 93, 94. By the time we won the second cup, they had like 7 of them. There was only one, and that was like anybody who's probably between maybe 45 and 50 and 60 right now that remembers the Post Bar. I mean, it was like shenanigans central. It was
did you ever have to pay for anything? Like back then? Yeah.
Not there. Other places you did, but no, you always got great service and stuff like this. So, I mean, hey, listen, like my book, My Last Fight, True Story of a Hockey Rock Star. I lived the rock star life, bro. I lived and it wasn't not because
man. You fucking did.
Trust
you absolutely
me,
did.
And my band Grinders back together. So we were planning on playing through last year, but COVID messed a lot of things up. But I do comedy, do different things like that. But here's fuck. What the fuck are we talking about?
That's that black guy, y'all.
Bro, I've been to fucking hit myself. I ain't afraid.
You're good, man. Hey, I'm on that same level. I already admitted to it, man.
No, but it's all about self-awareness. Look in that mirror, don't lie to that person.
Have you ever heard like the saying that the younger generation says, like living your best life? When they say like I'm living my best life,
is that like YOLO?
It's like I feel like it's a more sophisticated. It's a graduated YOLO.
I know what I'm saying. I'm living my best life. Yeah, I lived like every day was the last day.
Everything that you want to do music, you did music. You want to do comedy, you did comedy. You wanted to fucking be a hockey player. You made a professional hockey player, and then you became a fucking champion too, man. Like you're living your fucking best life, man. That's so dope.
Let me tell you a secret, Easy, because you have this ingredient in you too, right? And this is a superpower, right? Is that I realize that I've been blessed, and my purpose, I believe, is here for greater than the 4 cups. That gets me acknowledged, but it's this plant that's going to help change the world and change people's perception of it, and change to save my brethren or the hockey guys that run into a lot of alcohol problems. So whatever reason it is, I know is through the plant. So, but my thing is I can do whatever I put my mind to. So then I've done it like negatively or positively. It's what do you really want? And what are you really willing to do to get there? Me, I was willing to do any that Ken Holland will say, who was the man who was drafted me for the Red Wings, said, in my interview when he said, "What would you do to be Detroit Red Wing?" And I said, "Anything." He says, "What do you mean anything?" I said, anything. Tell me what I got to do. If I got to go through that 6-foot wall, I'll get through it. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'll get through it, right? So it's a mentality of now I know who I was to everybody else, and I didn't know who I was to myself. Now through help. You can't get there alone. You need to open up, but you also first need to be honest with yourself to be able to open up. Because here's the thing, and I finally realized on the other side of suffering, right? I feel like more as like I did, right? I feel like, and the suffering is like, it's like if you lost your teddy bear, or if
You're breaking up a little bit. You still there? I wonder if it's my connection. Hey, if anybody was watching now, if my connection's fucked up to you, let me know. Because I could just go off my Ethernet than my Wi-Fi. Oh, DMac, go ahead and say something. My bad.
Check. No, it's like a teddy bear. Like it's teddy bear way or something like that. It's just it's the suffering of you don't feel that, or like when you get that chill. But now it's like you have a blanket and you understand, because that's what I say about the why. Why? So like me, you have that superpower of putting your mind and putting the work in. So what are you going to work towards, and where do you want to get to? Because you say getting the sports right now is your thing, but yeah, that's the thing there. But it's also too, you're not going to stop working. You're not just because you made it rest on laurels, guy. That's not who you are. This is just the journey part, right? So we're on this journey together, and all this to whatever it means. And it's like enjoying each day, enjoying the good, the bad, and it's about going, because the bottom line is when you go home or whatever, and you're in that playroom with all those toys, right, and playing with Grayson, like what you pass down as the father. I'm blessed. My son Griffin, who's going to be 25,
the new head coach UCLA.
Yeah, men's hockey club. So and it wasn't easy for him, because his mother and I have been split up since he was like 8 years old, but he turned into the young man I wanted him to be. So now I got 3 other younger daughters and 2 older stepkids, and this is where I know where I can be big influence in their life at this part. So sometimes it works in shifts. So you just try to be I just try to be the best version of me each day, and some days it works and some days it doesn't.
I know you see him over here smiling like a dumbass, but it's just like to hear that like pep talk come from like someone who's done the things that you've done, man. Like it really means like a lot, man. Like that's why I'm smiling, because like I'm fucking pumped, man.
No, but you should be. You should look and see, because you are where you deserve to be, because of what you look and you. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to embrace this, and because you deserve it, right? And it's nothing other than to motivate you to work harder and go back to this when you get frustrated, when things aren't going, because this is who you really are. And sometimes you got to hang on to these moments for yourself, because when you get in that hole, this can go, no, that's not who you are, because you know what you believe, because as long as you're keeping it pure and true now, because that's the way I try to operate. And I'm not, like I'm not perfect, and I talk a lot, and my big thing is I talk over people. I'm trying to get better at that, and I just feel certain things. My heart virtue is vulnerable truth and integrity. That's what you learn when you go to 4 rehabs, $1 million the league spends on you. You put it in the brain. That's what I said.
Yeah.
So it just wants to be a better version, and I'll turn it around as you look at even like the show today, The Hook, right? Which is like all of
we killed it today, by the way.
No, but it was fun. But you see the comfortability of and it's great, because it's strangers other than Maz and I knowing each other like the odd couple, like that's what it is. It's like the odd couple.
You know what's also hilarious to me is like Pilar is like, uncomfortableness. Like, because you're always like, guys, calm down. It's like you guys aren't even
Right.
hit fucking 4 yet.
She doesn't even know, dude. That's why I said we got to do a Snapchat or something with the kids' heads on everybody, and her going, "Hey, guys," with her baby
There we
face on
go.
it,
I
and
make that one
me and
next.
Maz going at it. Yeah, no, that's all the little stuff that's fun to do. But no, because you should be, it should be acknowledged, and then it's like a step to where you eventually, and you don't have to know where you want to go, but you just want to, you know that if you're good, because it's how'd you get to where you're at now, right?
Yeah,
By doing what you loved, and that's the whole thing is
yeah, with passion too.
always
Like,
know which way is your passion, like the
mhm.
basketball and the, so you always want to embrace your passion. Like, dude, if I had the choice to do the show, we do half the show wrestling,
Yeah.
and the
By the
psychology of
way,
wrestling and stuff like that.
I'm gonna see if it's still on my phone too. I hope it's charged. I Googled the other day for you and I because everyone else does like shit outside the office. Like they get to do the Coney reviews. We need some dope like that. I looked up a wrestling school, and I want to ask you now since I'm talking to you. Do you want to go? You don't got anything crazy. You could be hitting me with shit, but like I feel like it'd be good
I
content.
Oh, if you want to go, yeah, no, I'll so my boy JR Adams stuntman, but he goes by Eddie Venom. You might have seen me wear his shirt, but he's retired, but he's sort of had like an edge injury. He's a bunch of things, but we got a gym or whatever, because that's the one thing is, like I told you, Tommy Dreamer told me that I'm gonna get slammed through a table, because that's what I said. Look at Shaq having all the fun.
Yeah,
I
hold
said
on.
I
Yeah,
need some of
how
that.
have you never did wrestling yet? Because you love wrestling, like for real. Like how have you
Yeah,
never like
I
ventured
do.
into it?
Like working
Like
out.
like physically
I
participating.
rather no, the whole
Not
thing is
now,
just
but like
no. Back in the day, yeah. I mean, I was always a huge wrestling fan and all stuff like that, but it never crossed my mind to be a part of it, because it was just,
it
I
was like
wish I
way
would have
out of
got
there,
into it like
left field.
backstage and stuff. You know,
Yeah. Shit, you're breaking up again. If you were gonna there you go. If you were gonna get into it, or if you ever did, what would your character be? What would DMax like wrestling like yeah, what would be your
uh,
name? Would you change your name?
uh, man, dude, I have to be like a mask guy or something like that if I couldn't
Hell
be
yeah.
myself. Like
Real quick,
something.
because you might know the answer to
Yeah.
this. I'm sorry. Do you remember Cap or Mr. America, whatever? He used to be on SmackDown. Was that Hulk Hogan? That was Hulk Hogan, wasn't it? Oh fuck, it's breaking up again. Go ahead and say something. This is me. Hold on one sec. Let me try this. Sorry, guys. There's some technical difficulties. I really want to hear the answer to that question too. Let's try again. Uh, before I get too high and forget. You still there? Do you want to try disconnecting? Oh, there you go. You want to try disconnecting and connecting back? Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so DMac, if you guys don't know, if you get look, if you guys fuck with the speakeasy, you gotta head over to the hook, right? Because your boy Easy's on there every day from 3 to 5 with Darren McCarty, and the connection's not this because it's in person. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna see if these guys want to do this as a segment on the show. Like, what would be their wrestling character? That'd be kind of sweet. I could picture Maz being like a luchador. All right, see. We got DMac back. You there? It's like so I can see you, but I just can't hear you. Is it muted? Maybe. Or maybe it's mine.
Phone's on.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, AirPods. Hopefully AirPods save the damn day. If not, oh here you go. Let's see. Yes, the hook. Every single day from 3 to 5, Me and this Stanley Cup champion, this guy who's gave me the most gangster pep talk I've ever heard in my life. We're live from 3 to 5 with Tommy Mazaway and Pilar Lastra every day except for Saturday and Sunday.
And Fish, how's that? Can you hear me now?
Yes, you sound a lot better now.
I took the AirPods off. Yeah, and Fish. Don't forget Fish in the aquarium, bro.
Yes, and Fish in the aquarium. Yo, I love Fish, man.
Isn't he the best? Doesn't he come in with the best input and the time, the updates?
Did you see
it? Fun to be around. Shout out to Sam Fisher for just being himself.
1,000%. Earlier you said that too. Like, you know, like part of it being successful in life is just being your best self and driving your passions. Like even Fish. I bet in high school people were like probably picking on that kid. And now look at him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in a hell of a position to do what he loves. He fucking loves this shit, man.
Yeah, try picking on him now.
Yeah. One, he's fucking probably more successful than you and just loving his life. Two, he got motherfucking Darren McCarty easy in this motherfucker. And if you want some smoke, we got some for you.
Street Profit Smoke. Got the black coffee cup.
Yes, sir. It's called Black Eye, baby. Darren McCarty strain. So if y'all want smoke, you already know.
That's it. That's it. Throwing smoke.
We'll have to set that up if you're down. Where's his gym? Is he in Michigan though?
Oh yeah, he's over probably Warren.
In Warren? That's close.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm out by Maz. I'm in like Harrison Township, Clinton Township.
You're up in the rich people zone.
What?
Yeah, that's where all the rich are hanging with Maz.
Maz got a nice house.
No, I don't know.
He got one of the ones off Jefferson.
I don't know. I'm in the Mad Heights.
Yeah, we gotta that'd be fun if you're down. Do they got like will they hit me with the chair?
I will. If you want,
I don't know if I want you to hit me with a chair.
If you want, I'll try to set up with Rhino because we're buddies, Terry Guerin. They're down in Monroe, but yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of shit or whatever. But we can get some content for the hook.
But we'll, you know, we'll have to do it.
Say, hey, you know what? This is what you need to do. So as you get more comfortable, even as you're thinking, think ideas and think of little things because we can even snap things, small things around the office, behind the scenes, you know, like whatever fun stuff, getting ready for the show and stuff like that. Because you know, Matt will say something stupid if you feed it to him. That's it. And the budget that was fucking hilarious. Like if we could do, like if you did something, like you cut something today. Now you can never cut too many things because we can always throw something out. We put it like the horse head when he said, "Hey, as long as you can turn away for the horse head and have the horse head on there, like man, fall off bloody or whatever, like this, like that's what draws people in, right? That
Dude, I got it.
Like when you know what I'm saying, and you can't be creative enough, and then that's it. And if you're not sure, right? You can always send it to me, but you always throw it on the big content, right? And then throw it to the fish. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's like you cannot overdo an idea. It can only be shelved or put away. But the more production we get, music.
I'm gonna play the clip. You want me to play the clip?
Yeah.
All right, here's a clip from the hook, guys. Let me take this off real quick.
Oh, is this the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta play it.
The No Me Gusta one. I got one from today too, but this one's so much more fun.
All right, guys, let's move on to Me Gusta or No Me Gusta. All
Look
right.
at that. You got your own lower third now.
Oh,
See
we
that?
updated this.
To spell right?
Woo, woo.
I will go Me Gusta Big Gretch.
Oh, wow.
All right.
No me gusta.
No
let us play.
No Me Gusta.
Me da gusta.
He's nice.
Very nice.
And the vagina.
Me gusta.
All right, Fish, what do you
And the
say?
vagina.
Oh my.
Wow, it's very nice.
I ended it with Fish clapping that originally.
Every time.
Man.
Every time, bro. I'm sweating. I'm laughing so hard.
Fish operates on. Did you know Fish operates on New Zealand time? Other than like when he's working.
I mean, like, but that makes sense because he watches all those games.
He fucking loves
What
that.
time
That's
is
what I'm
it
saying,
when-
man. Like he is living his best fucking life, man.
What time is it when he does the show in New Zealand? Is it like night or does he go home? Like,
That's a good question. I can Google what time it is in New Zealand.
yeah. Let me check my phone.
Yeah, we gotta do one of these in person too because this internet is like fucking. It's not having it.
Yeah, no, that's no worry, dude.
Oh yeah, so what's going on tomorrow? Am I helping you do that? The grind. So it's 2 p.m.
Yeah.
right there right now,
What's that?
or 2:30 in New Zealand. But yeah,
there right now.
yeah, it's 2:30 New Zealand.
What time is it here?
9:30.
9:30. So they're 5 hours ahead.
Yeah,
Or-
I mean, I'll tell you what.
Or a day and 5 hours.
Look, I have a rule. I always tell myself I'm not gonna do math on live just because I ain't trying to be the one who fucks up. That's how I just agree.
Great self-awareness. I'll do it right
Yes. Thank you
now.
for
I love it.
I'm appreciating that.
You got it, brother. Let me see. 4 o'clock.
So, what's the plan for that tomorrow? What's grind time, by the way? So you can explain to the people who might want to check that out.
Oh, so grind time with Darren McCarty is about the why. It's my podcast I started a few years ago. I interview a lot of my teammates and a lot of people that I like and get to know their why and why they do what they do, what motivates them, stuff like this. But tomorrow's a special edition because we are going to replay March 26, 1997, which is coming up on the 24-year anniversary. We're going to go through the game with myself, my co-host Perry Vellucci. I have a couple guests, give a couple updates, tell you about what we got coming up as far as virtual giveaway with new merch and stuff as memorabilia. So March 26th, what I refer to as Redwood D-Day. We're also going to release Justin, our boy Justin, who does a lot of the graphics.
I can't wait for that one.
We're going to release a 2-minute trailer to me sitting down and doing a Peyton's Place and breaking down my perspective of what happened during the game and during the brawl, March 26, 97, and scoring the goal after, and why I call it Red Wing D-Day, or people remember it. So it's going to be an exclusive. We're going to release Friday, so as the anniversary. So shout out to Justin, who's does all the hard work with the graphics and stuff. And the one thing that we're getting better every day, and it's a fun place to be. So appreciate everything that Chad's given us and the leadership that's Dick and Broadwell and Joey and everybody else, and everybody's trying to get better. So as long as we try to get better, and you see that because of because the right thing has been done, and that's what I said, is that you're in the right spot.
Yeah.
So own it, and the more you own it, because the better you're me. Right? You're Darren McCarty on the grind line, right? I'm the Shanahan or the Eisenman up there. Polaris are better off, right? Maz is he's like our Ozzy dude. Like he's gonna be there for us. Like he's gonna be back sometimes. You don't know how we're gonna do it, and he doesn't look like he's gonna get it, but he's always the most loyal. Like he said today, like everything he said about himself was I'm glad he does that.
He also said he'd kill his friend.
Can you do that? Can you cut that clip when Pilar and I both team that, remember?
About talking down on himself?
But he said, but I don't, but I gave myself, but I said, I don't do that. And we did that together. Yes, you do. Right? It was, when was that? I'm trying to think of the time count. We have to look at that or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't expect you after you smoke my black eye to do that tonight, but let's find that tomorrow because that's a good one too.
I'm gonna, you know what, man? Because you are breaking up really bad. I would much rather if at some point we could maybe do this in person or at the studio, or like maybe it's next time Pilar's out sick or something. I'll fucking gladly feel like I have so many questions and like I could talk for hours. But
we'll just, dude, if you want to, we can continue this one at the studio. Give
Yes.
you the studio time.
That was a
Somebody
big down.
run it and we'll do that.
And then I'm gonna clip today too. I'm gonna text you when we get off to find out what you're talking about because I couldn't hear you because it's breaking up. But also remember when Maz said out loud, he's like, sometimes you gotta kill your friends. That's the one I should have clipped. Or at least I don't know, grab someone's attention,
Yeah. And then can you hear me or no?
Yeah, you said can you hear me or no?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
When Pilar and I at the same time said, yes, you did that.
Yes,
Yeah. So you can put that together of, yes, you did maybe like a high five or like you owe me a Coke or whatever, but about matters, you know what I mean? Because if you look at, we both looked at each other like it was, remember that spot? Those are the moments where those are great highlights.
You know what's funny?
Because you can also play something else like Detroit's kind of win, or I didn't say that. Yes, you did. You know what I mean? Like or whatever. That's the way he said it. I didn't say that. Yes, you did. Like just different clips that you can always have, and then at your disposal. It's about the production.
We're gonna get this one in at the studio. It's gonna be a lot more clear than the internet connection, guys. So make sure you stay tuned. But also daily, we are live from 3 to 5 on Woodward Sports. And that's a great connection because we're there in person. We're live. We're there together. You know what I'm saying?
Monday.
So yes,
but the fingers don't work that well anymore. Monday.
they're freezing up. Looks like you're losing limbs.
No, dude, there's surgery. These things did some damage for the city, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
For my city.
All right, guys, make sure you tap in. If you haven't already, in the description, there's a link to Woodward Sports. Today's episode actually of The Hook. So make sure you guys check that out. I'm in the broadcast. I'm gonna text you, DMac. I'm gonna clip that video up tonight because we'll probably make some fun.
All right, man.
All right, see you, brother.
All right, later.